Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here to do a page pull today from one of my favorite books, Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. I had a huge squeeze energy this past weekend where it kind of feels like you wake up in the middle of the night and you're having anxiety and you sit with yourself, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, breathe deeply to calm the body down. And then you ask yourself, body, what are you trying to tell me? What is this feeling here for? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And that happened twice to me this weekend. And these are also manifestation signs. So I remember back before my YouTube channel kind of got a lot of subscribers, I remember having 2 days of that kind of anxiety in the middle of the night, thinking that I needed to be doing something, but it was just this energy coming in that I could feel beforehand. So if you're going through this kind of like anxiety filled early morning awakenings and you're just like, what is this? This could be a manifestation that's wanting to come into your life and you're needing to purge some old energy. And you're needing to learn that your body is signaling to you, hey, something good is coming. I know this doesn't feel good right now, but we need space in your body to prepare for more. So just a little comfort to any of you guys if you're dealing with that. I've learned the patterns and I've learned the system for me and my guides and how they talk to me. I soothed my anxiety in like 2 minutes this morning. It was nice. Okay, here we go. I got May 24th. It says, rituals connect us with faith. I stopped in at the Franciscan monastery, a short visit to look around. I bought a keychain, returned to my car, then realized I had misplaced my keys. I went back inside and talked to the receptionist. Just then, a short priest joined our conversation. He had a bald head encircled by a short fringe of hair. He wore a flowy black robe. And he said, let me show you what I do when I lose something, he said. I asked St. Anthony for help. I'm sure you guys all know that prayer. The next moment, the priest was spinning in a circle, clapping his hands in a joyful prayer. St. Anthony, please look around. Something's been lost and cannot be found. He stopped, looked at me, and then smiled. Now you'll find your keys. And I always do the prayer, St. Anthony, something is lost and can't be found. If you should find it, bring it to me. Oh, St. Anthony, how happy I'll be. I always say that little prayer. It says, he was right. Within 30 seconds, we found the keys. They were on a counter in a place we had looked twice before. For some reason, we just hadn't seen them. And I secretly believe that our angels and guides do those things. They move things so that we have to pray and ask for help. And then they put it right back. And we're like, I just looked there. I swear it was there. And I think they move it. It says, but I found something more wonderful than my car keys. I had witnessed a delightful man expressing pure, innocent joy in a ritual that helped him and others through the days. What are the rituals that are important to you, that awaken joy, innocence, and faith in you? Do you allow yourself to use these rituals freely? What were the rituals you enjoyed as a child, the ones that brought you comfort? Do you remember them? Engage in these rituals, use them freely, share them with others as the priest did with me. And then the quote says, rituals connect us to faith, their faith in action. Rituals are reminders of our connection to God. They bring us back to God and ourselves. So beautiful. And the whole time I was reading this, I was like, man, I have so many rituals. There's so many things. And you guys, I never, ever, ever used to pray. I went like, 35, maybe 34 years, my entire life, and I never prayed. And I grew up in a Catholic church. I went to Catholic school, K through 12, and your girl would just sit there and listen to it all. And I would be like, nope, not for me, not for me. And I never prayed. I just didn't believe in it. And I wasn't connected to anything. And now I am a completely different human. And it's beautiful to be back home in my faith and to every single ritual. I get in my car and I ask for a safe drive. I ask the universe to bless the other drivers. I ask for green lights. I ask for certain music. Another ritual is if I am connecting with someone via text, I'll immediately pray for them and ask the universe to bring them a manifestation that day. Anytime something is lost, I ask my guides to help me find it. I ask for everything. And a lot of times I get almost everything I ask for. So I think this was a reminder that if you have certain things that work for you in your life and you seem to be somebody who always gets what you ask for, or maybe you don't get what you ask for and you're like, how do I do that, Michelle? Like, how do I start these rituals if I don't know how to pray? I don't know how to talk to the universe. And it's as simple as just finding one thing to do and just repeat it over and over and over again. Or maybe find a book to listen to where somebody teaches you how to pray. There's a book called Change Me Prayers by Tosha Silver, one of my favorite books. And she literally guides you through how to ask the universe, God, divine love, whatever you want to call it, how to ask it to change you into a person who can see a sign, who can take action, who can find your lost car keys. I was with my nephew the other day and we had a series of events that happened. We get in the car. I had to go pick him up from soccer. And my sister was like, hey, we're all not available to pick him up. I could get him a ride home with somebody else, but if you're available, could you grab him? I was like, yeah, sure. So I go, but before I go, I could not find my car keys. I never lose things, especially my car keys. And they're always on my key hook. As soon as I come in, I put them there. I'm like a machine. I don't lose things. So I'm like, whoa, universe, why did you just make me lose my keys? And I'm looking all around my house and I'm like, crap, I have to go pick him up. Thank God I had a spare key, but my keys have my house key on it. I have everything. So I have an extra house key. I have an extra Jeep key. So I grab that. I go get Tommy and then we're going to get food. Right. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, do you mind, bud, if we go back to my house and look for my keys? I'm like, it's driving me nuts that I can't find them. And on the way home, I prayed. I was like, Archangel Michael, can you please just bring me my keys right in front and center so I can find them so I can quickly get my nephew food. So I walk, he stays in my Jeep. I come upstairs and I immediately go to my bed for some reason. I have no idea why. And then I remembered right before I left, I was closing my blinds in my bedroom because it was dark out and I didn't want anyone seeing into my apartment. And I left my keys on the blanket on the bed as I was closing the blinds because I think I had a drink in my hand, all the stuff. So boom, prayer answered, found my keys. Then we get in the car and then we go to a fast food restaurant to get food. And the place gets our order wrong. We get a minute away from the place. And I think the guy was distracted who I was talking to at the window. Because I go there every once in a while with them. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. And he was like, yeah, you totally divorced me. Where you been? He's like a cute, like 22-year-old boy. And he's just like super nice. And we have great conversations all the time. And so I think he was distracted because we hadn't seen each other and we were like catching up. I was like, how's school? You know, all the things. And then I drove away and then my nephew's like, he gave us a burger and not the chicken. So I was like, all right, angels and guides, we're going to turn around. We're going to go back. I'm usually not somebody that goes back. So I was like, angels and guides, could you please make this super, super simple and help us get this food fast? So we go back and there's a long line. So I'm like, all right, let's pivot. So I parked. The inside is closed. So it's parked. So I quickly walk up to like the window where another car is. And I was like, hey, I was like, we got the wrong order. And I handed them the burger. I'm like, we just need the nuggets. That's it. And the boy that worked there was like, I'll bring it right out. Literally took 2 minutes. So in these moments where there's hiccups in our lives, I like to believe we're being called to use our guidance system. We're being called to use this higher power that wants to help us all day long. And we might not, like, I normally don't have these things happen, but when they do, I know it's my reminder. All right, Michelle, you haven't been talking to your guides much. They're calling on you to talk to them more, and they call on us by making things happen to us. So if you're feeling like you're forgetting everything or your things are breaking, constantly ask for assistance. Even if you're going to a store and you need to quickly find something, angels, guides, can you please help me find this in the first 5 minutes? And you start to see the magic. And speaking of magic, let's pull some cards real fast. We're going to use my deck, the Ever Unfolding Heart. I have a couple clients coming today. I have one who I'm helping her how to make reels. And then I'm doing a card reading with her. And then I have a Reiki appointment. And then I'm helping another girl make reels tonight. All right. So there's an abundant treasure that is wanting to enter your life. How is your relationship with money? Do you fear losing it? It's time to heal this to allow more in. And I recently did so many different videos on manifesting money and about dating money and having fun with it and cherishing it and appreciating it. And also the purge energy that I was talking about earlier in this video, that can sometimes happen right before lots of money comes in. Right before you get like a big check, you might be crying about your life in some way and you just feel like you have high anxiety or you feel like the money's never going to come. And then out of nowhere, the abundant treasure shows up. It's some sort of system in the universe that it makes us do this like purge. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is so painful. I don't think I'm ever going to get out of this situation. And then out of nowhere, the universe drops a miracle. So hold the line. Something magical might be coming because we just got the ritual message, right? Ask your guides for help. Maybe they're saying, ask for money. You can ask for an abundant treasure in your life. You can ask for assistance with finding an accountant to work with. You can ask for anything. Your angels and guides want to help you. Okay, so start asking. All right, now we're going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. You get a final message. We have one that flipped over. Wolf, turn knowledge into wisdom. I love his eyes here. He's got like really beautiful blue eyes. And he has angel feathers under his eyes. Can you guys see that? So this wolf is like an angel. It's like an angel is an animal form. So when you're seeing, I'm hearing when you're seeing animals out and about, that a lot of times is your message from your guides and angels saying, it's okay. You got this. Hold the line. Everything's going to be okay. And this is number 67. So this adds up to 13. And 13 is a completion energy. It's an ending to a new beginning. So turn your knowledge into wisdom means whatever you've been enduring in your life, you're going through this squeeze, you're going through a divorce, a breakup. Maybe you're like starting a business, but it hasn't taken off yet. And now you're really scared and you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Am I on the right path? Your knowledge, it will soon make sense. You'll soon be sharing it in ways that you didn't even know was possible. I taught for 17 years and I got an opportunity to create a mindfulness program, a virtual one. So it was 30 videos, 30 minutes long. And I didn't know that I had this wisdom inside of me to share with these kids. I found out when I opened up the computer and started filming. I was just free flowing. I didn't even script it. I was like, I didn't even know I could do this. I was turning that knowledge that I had gained through my grief, through everything that I had been through. It was culminating into this big event. And it was so abundant too. It brought me an amazing treasure. I made like $50,000 in like 4 months. It was awesome. And it was so cool to make money, turning my knowledge into wisdom, using my gifts and to see how the universe provided it back to me. And it was saying, yes, Michelle, this is what you're made to do. You're made to share these messages of self-respect, acceptance, being mindful, taking care of the body, getting out in nature. The curriculum I made for these kids, 3rd through 12th grade, was incredible. I taught them how life is a classroom. I taught them a little bit about the universe without really going into too much detail in case the schools weren't very approving of the spirituality aspect of it. But I channeled the right words that I think would hit these kids' souls and they would feel amazing. So, but I didn't know I had that in me. I had been teaching in the classroom all those years, not teaching about that stuff. Just on a certain level, my kids would always say, Miss Thornton, you should be a life coach. You should be a life coach or a motivational speaker. They would always be talking to me. And that was the universe speaking through them, telling me about my future wisdom. This is for you. What have people been telling you you're so good at? What do they keep predicting for you? That might be where you're going. That might be the abundant treasure, or whatever you do might bring that abundant treasure. Okay, so hold the line. Something amazing is coming. And if you're seeing spirit animals, they are saying, you got this, rest, trust. Your wisdom is going to pour out of you when the time is right, and you're going to be so rewarded for it. It's all going to come flooding in, and it's going to be so worth those anxiety-filled mornings where you didn't know what you were doing and you weren't sure and you were just like, what is happening to me? That's right before it arrives. And remember, use your rituals, use your prayer, share. If something works for you, share it with a friend. We need to teach as many people as we can how to have faith and trust in the universe and God and love. Because when we start to really rely on our guides, that's when life becomes a little bit more fun. And then our energy and our vibration has risen. And now we're able to drop a pebble in the pond and make that ripple effect on everybody we come in contact with, which is our main mission here, is to influence and inspire others, as well as enhance and grow our own soul. So I hope you enjoyed this message. I'm sending you so much love. I will be back for a midweek reading on Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.